Welcome to Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. I'm Michelle Fitzgerald, aka Fitzy, and I'm an independent advisor for Creative Memories Scrapbooking, and I'm here to help you make your scrapbooks fabulous. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about organizing, and I think this might be the last organizational one I'll do for a little bit. But there's so many great products. I hate to not show you everything, especially if you're somebody who's trying to figure out how to organize their stuff. So we'll get to that in a minute. But first of all, I'm just going to go over a few things, and I'm going to try to post some of these links in the description of the video. Ooh, I'm getting so tech savvy. We'll see. All right, so my Facebook group is FRQ Glitz Girls Scrapbooking Group, and we are a free community of scrapbookers. We support each other. We'll post a layout or something special that we did. We shared things. It's just a great group. We have a lot of fun. And we've built a really nice community there. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free to request to join. You just have to answer, I think, two or three little questions, and then we approve you and you get in, and it's all good. We're really not cutthroat here. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me by email. You can reach me at fitzysfabulousscrapbooks@gmail.com. I will post links for the Facebook group and for my email in the description of the video, along with the link to my website. And that website is www.creativememories.com/user/Michelle Fitz. And as always, if you like this video, I hope you'll hit the like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, I hope you will hit the subscribe button, and feel free to click on the little bell icon so you can receive notifications anytime I put out a new video. And stay tuned every week on Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I'm here with a new video. How fun is that? Okay, so now that we got through all that stuff, let's talk about organizing. So one of the first organizing videos, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I introduced you to the new box that they came out with. And I love this. This is a fabulous box. But some comments I've been hearing, and it really kind of opened my eyes a bit, is, well, now what do we do with our power sort box? And I'm thinking, well, what do you mean? What do you do with it? You just use it. So I'm going to show you some different ways that I use my power sort boxes, and maybe that'll help give you a little more insight as to what you can do with yours. So this is purely inspirational, like all the other videos have been. I don't think anybody's doing anything right or wrong. It's just what works best for you. So this is what works best for me. All right, so I'm going to put this box to the side. And one of the most important things, I think, and I'm just trying to find the right box here, so hold on a sec. I should have labeled them, but I didn't. All right, I know what this is now. So one of the most important things I'm doing, I'm scrapbooking for my photos. Yes, I love the pretty papers and all the creative outlet and whatnot, but when truth be told, it's all about the photos for me. So what I do is I print off 6 months to 1 year of photos. Pick a year, any year that you feel like working on. It could be the current year you're in. So if I wanted to start working on 2022, it's July. So typically in July, I would print out all of my photos from January through June of 2022 and put them in my power sort box. Okay. Then I know that these photos are ready to go. So now when I'm at a class or, trying to think of something to create, I know what photos I'm working with. And that I think is half the issue. If you know what your photos are, then you know what paper packs to pick. And then if you know your paper, you know what embellishments and all the other fun things to go with it. But I think the number one thing for me anyway is knowing what photos I'm going to use. So I have my photos in a box. So that's one reason or one thing I do with the Power Sort box. Now I do put some, if I know ahead of time, oh, I made something that I want to make sure go with these pictures, I'll put those in with it too. So I have some embellishments I made for fall that I put into the box with it, just so I don't forget to use them. So something to keep in mind. Now, what I want you to remember too, I want you to think of your Power Sort box as permanent versus temporary. And I want you to think of this nice new box as temporary if you're holding photos in it, okay? So one of the biggest enemies to our photos is light, right? So when I have my photos in this box, I love this box and I'm using it. But keep in mind, this is not for long-term storage. This is short-term. So by that, I mean, I'm going to throw my photos in here and I'm going to go to a crop in a week or two, or maybe next month. I'm not going to leave these in here for much longer than that because unlike the Power Sort box, this box is see-through. And guess what can see through the box? Light. And light damages photos quicker than probably any other thing other than water. We all know water is really bad. But the next thing is light. Light is dangerous to your photos. So don't think of that as permanent. Think of this box as temporary storage and an easy way to transport to a crop or your friend's house or something like that. This is black. It is light blocking. So I'm using this for permanent storage of any photos that are not in my albums, okay? I don't typically take this box with me anywhere in terms of my photos. It usually stays in my little scrapping space here, but I know where my photos are that I want to work on next, right? And I know they're safe because they're in this light block box. It's black. No light is getting in there. It's nice and dark and my photos are safe. All right. So that is one and probably the biggest use for me because I have a few of these with photos in them. Whenever you have doubles and you don't want to get rid of the doubles, but you don't need them to go in your album either because you already have them in there, that's a great place to store them. For people that have some children that are in school age kids, they're always coming home looking for a photo of themselves or their grandparents or their mom, their dad, their family, whatever. And now you can go into that box of doubles and give them whatever they need without having to tear your albums apart. Never liked that. All right. So permanent storage for photos. But what I also keep, I have one just for cards. And I make a lot of cards. I love the little card kits. The latest one that just came out is the Feeling Bright card kit. It's $22 and you make 12 cards. Now, if you go into the drugstore and you get some of the cards in the drugstore, you're paying $7, $8, $9. I've seen some as high as like $11 or $12 for, some that are a little more ornate and decorative. We can make them ornate and decorative and still maybe you're paying $2, $3 tops for a card, not even with these kits. And they're beautiful, adorable little cards. And there's a few kits out there. So don't discard, I'm very punny, but don't discard the cards. All right, so anyway, I make my cards ahead of time and then I put them in here. And then as myself or my family members, they're always like, hey, do you have any birthday cards? I need a birthday card. So I'll come down and I'll say, okay, here's what I've got. Who's it for? And then I keep a lot of the extra bonus pieces from the cards. I keep them in the back. So that way, there's a lot of sentiments in the card kits that you don't use. So if I don't have anything that matches the sentiment, I can just go back here, pull out the sentiment I need, attach it to the card, and I'm good to go. But the cards are pretty much made. I just swap out the sentiments. I do use my repositionable tape runner, so that way it's easy for me to swap out. So definitely great for cards. And what's really cool is now I use the little dividers here. Well, guess what? Now they sell separately. So I needed much more than 6 dividers to divide up my categories for cards. And now I can do that because I can buy them separately without having to buy another whole box. So that's a great thing. All right, so those are my cards. Now, if you're an advisor like me, I do like to give tips to advisors. So here's another great use. I sell a lot of tape runner refills and I didn't know where to store them. But look at this. The Power Sort Box holds all bunches of them. It's great. And I use the boxes from the card kits to kind of sort them out. So it's kind of cool. I love these little boxes. I love the cards that come in them, but I love the boxes too. So the boxes are multi-use. They keep them nice and separate. So I know, like, in this little box here are my regular tape runner refills. Over here are my repos. I have some vellum. So it's all organized and ready to go. So when my clients are asking me for refills, I've got plenty. All right. And then the last thing I'm just going to show you is I also, and this is heavy, I keep my stickers that I'm going to sell, my embellishments, variety mat packs. I keep them in this. This is an easy thing to take with me when I'm doing events so people can see what I have for product. All right. So these are just a few simple things that you can do with the Power Sort Box to help keep yourself organized. I'm sure there are many other things you can do with them, and I'd love to hear more ideas. The more, the better. But I just like people to see how multifunctional these really are. They're a great product, and I use them all the time. I probably have another, let's see, I've got 4 here. So I probably have another 4 or 5 somewhere in this room holding other things. So that is my spiel on the Power Sort Box. So to the person who asked me, should you get rid of your Power Sort Box? Absolutely not. This thing is gold. I wouldn't get rid of it for anything. So hold on to your Power Sort Box, use it. You'll be happy you have it. All right. And I just wanted to let anybody who's in my VIP group know to keep an eye out. Tonight, I'm going to put a little video in there with a special just for you. And if you're wondering how you get to be part of my VIP group, it's for anyone who's ever bought anything from me or attends any of my events. They are in that group. Okay. So if you purchase anything from my website or from my personal inventory, you get into my VIP group. If you attend any of my events, you get into my VIP group also. For anyone in the Glitz Girls group, we're going to be posting some new things coming out, some events, some classes. So keep an eye on that. That will happen sometime this week, I believe. All right. And just so I don't forget to remind you, the promo is still going on up until July 29th or until they have sold out. These promos are beautiful. If you spend $160, you can get 1 promo pack. $320 gets you 2, $480 gets you 3, and $640 gets you 4. Sounds like a lot of money, and it is. However, they have some beautiful punches and papers, embellishments. So you should really take a look. They're pretty cool. I've gotten 2 already, and I just placed an order for the other 2 because I had to have them. All right, so let me see. So recapping the last 3 weeks of videos, I know it was a lot of organizing and stuff going on, but we talked about the new products that came out, the new boxes. We talked about different things we can do with these beautiful little cases. And we also talked a lot about Power Project folders, the sort and stash binders, the fill and file sleeves, and the display and storage tote. And I just wanted to give you another look at the display and storage tote because this holds all the Power Project folders so nicely. So if you're looking for something to put those project folders in, this is the thing to get, let me tell you. And it's called the Storage and Display Tote. Well worth the money. Okay, and then of course today we discussed the Power Sort boxes. In time, I am going to do more organizational videos, but for now, I think next week I'm going to try to do something a little more creative. Stay tuned to see what it is. All right, that's all for my mystery. It's pretty hot here in Massachusetts today, so I'm going to go back into my pool. I've pretty much been living in it all weekend, and that's it. So enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's not just hot here in Massachusetts. I think most of the country is pretty hot. So I hope you all have a nice way to cool off and don't get too overheated, and have a great rest of the weekend, a wonderful week. I will see you next week on Sunday. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody. Bye for now.